Ladies and gentlemen, your Bob Cleverley Class C 8-man All-Star game will be first introducing the starters for the red team, the Red All-Stars. Wearing number 1, out of Flint Creek, Preston Medish. Wearing number 2, out of Clarkford, Brian Mass. Wearing number 3, out of Scobie, Parker Cromwell. Wearing number 4, out of Thompson Falls, Lucas Anderson. Wearing number 5, out of Eric George. Number 7, out of Fairfield, Paul Hardy. Wearing number 11, out of Scobie, Jace Tandy. Wearing number 12, out of Circle, Montana, Hayden Lockheed. Wearing number 19, out of Flint Creek, Ethan Park. Wearing number 20, out of Thompson Falls, Cade Hardy. Number 21, out of Fairview, Steve Rice. Wearing number 22, out of Carter County, Jared Hardy. Number 27, out of Mission, Ian Killorn. Number 30, out of Circle, Montana, Cole Becker. Number 31, out of Mondack, Keegan Nelson. Number 33, out of Scobie, Peyton Liebran. Number 42, out of Fairview, Easton Hopes. Wearing number 50, out of Thompson Falls, Cody Burke. Number 51, out of Plains, Tucker Foster. Number 52, out of Mission, Lane Spidell. Wearing number 60, out of Thompson Falls, William McPherson. Wearing number 61, out of Flint Creek, Trevor Morrissey. Wearing number 72, out of Clarkford, Aaron Waddle. Wearing number 80, out of Mondack, Hayden Harbin. Wearing number 81, out of Broadus, Kyle Minnow. And wearing number 82, out of Thompson Falls, Roman Sparks. Your coaches for the Red All-Stars. Assistant coach, Mike Cutler, out of Flint Creek. Assistant coach, J.C. Holland, out of Flint Creek. Jared Koskela, out of Thompson Falls. Tyler Murray, Mission. Brock Berryhill, Scobie. Tenador Kittleman, Ekalaka. Blake Lambert, Mondack. Head coach of the red team, Jeff Schultz from Clarkford. Now let's meet your blue All-Stars. Wearing number 7, out of Zorky, Colton Young. Number 9, out of Sims, Stephen Lynx Jr. Wearing number 10, out of Belt, Aiden McDaniel. Number 11, from Fort Benton, Montana, William Ullery. Number 13, from Sims, Hayden Smirker. Number 20, from Fort Benton, Hayden Axman. Number 21, from Fort Benton, Jace Thompson. Number 22, from Sheridan, Hartson Van Houten. Number 30, from Park City, Garrett Zindars. Number 31, from Shodo, Tony Daly. Number 32, from Ennis, Ian Swanson. Number 50, out of Joliet, Wyatt Anderson. Number 51, out of Park City, Tucker Johnstone. Number 54, out of Joliet, Kelly Lyle. Number 60, out of Shelby, Jackson Apley. Number 61 out of Cascade, River Hansen. Number 63 out of Park City, Ben Kessler. Number 66 out of Great Falls Central, Preston Nitschke Love. Number 80 out of Shelby, Tabris Correa. Number 81 out of Fort Benton, Hayden Decons. Number 82 out of Belt, Cayman Evans. Number 83 of Cascade, Caden Shelton. Number 84 from Twin Bridges, Carl Shaw. Assistant coaches for the Blue All-Star team, out of Fort Benton, Jory Thompson. Out of Twin Bridges, Brett Nordahl. Out of Cascade, Greg Horton. Out of Park City, Mark Rathbun. And out of Joliet, George Warburton. The head coach of the Blue All-Stars out of Shelby, Mike White.
We are ready to roll here. The Blue will be kicking off to the red, right to left on your radio. The wind knocked the ball off the tee, and that could be an issue here tonight. Wind has really kind of been ripping through the mining city. Other than that, it has been downright hot here in the Butte area the last couple, as it has been statewide.
My favorite part about Class C football is a lot of times you will see a number 63 kicking off.
There you go, and a short kick, squib up the middle. It gets across midfield to the red 45-yard line. A big pile there, and it looks like Blue comes out with it as they attempt the onside, and they will get the football. So the Blue team will start out.
Really well executed that time. Ben Kessler from the Park City Rangers kicking off. Just a straightforward onside kick, and that's that one. You just, you get in there tight, and he kicks it, and they look for him to recover it, the kicker to recover it, and they executed it perfectly.
So the Blue All-Stars will have the ball first. It looks like William Ullery will start things off at quarterback. He'll hand it off to his deep back going right side across the 40 out near the 35-yard line. That's Jace Thompson running the ball. He's down across the 25. We'll see where they mark him out. They'll put him down at the 33-yard line, it looks like. So that's going to be a pickup of 13, nearly 14, as Jace Thompson, the Fort Benton Longhorn, 5'10", $175. He'll come to Montana Tech and play for Coach Sampson. Quick snap, he'll get the ball again. Around left tackle, or left guard, I should say, this way, across the 30, down to the 27-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 5. And he was taken down that time by Ian Killorn.
Yeah, just zone right on the first play, zone left on the second. Thompson looks like he's going to be getting a lot of carries tonight.
Originally under center, now backing up is William Ullery out of Fort Benton. Now he'll step back up under center. Ullery, long snap count, 3-man defensive front, and they're going to run option. He'll pitch it back to his tailback, trying to turn the corner. Nice footwork, good head fake. He'll get 1, maybe 2 positive yards before he is shoved out of bounds.
Good job, Lane Spadell from the Mission Bulldogs working down the line of scrimmage and getting Thompson knocked out of bounds there, using that sideline as his 9th defender over there.
3rd down at 4 here for the Blue All-Stars. Great field position at the red 25-yard line. No receivers out. Fullback will get it this time. Straight ahead. Nope, quarterback going to keep it. Ullery across the 15-10. Good speed to the edge. Into the end zone is going to be William Ullery.
Great job on the dive fake on that option. Ullery, not just a loose fake, a good football in the belly, one step with the runner and pulled it out, and he had everybody on that defense fooled.
Boy, and that fullback just absolutely sold it. He hit the hole and just really got after it. So that will be 6 points for the Blue All-Stars. They'll stack it up here. They're going to run split backs. And actually, 2 backs to the left side of Ullery. He tried to hand it off to his fullback. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll be taken down. Nice job defensively. So the PAT attempt is no good, but the Blue get on the board first. The Blue All-Stars leading the Red All-Stars 6-0. 1 minute into this football game, the onside kick to get it started, and the Blue will convert. Get to Bob Greenfield as the Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic here on KDOW. Paul Panisco, Ron Haskett. The ball blew off the tee again, so they'll bring someone in to hold it. Red have 4 up guys. They'll certainly keep an eye on this kick. As the Blue approaching, low line drive, squib across the 40. Blue diving on it. They might get another one. As that one hit off the toe, it's Ben Kessler kicking that, and the Blue will get it again.
Shoto Bulldog, Tony Daly hustling down there to get on that ball. You know, it had side spin on it. It, you know, advanced 15 or 20 yards downfield, but then it kind of checked up like a golf ball and spun to the side, and Tony Daly hustling down there got on that football.
So the Blue team will stay out. Their offense will stay on the field. We will see different units here. As the years have gone here with the Clev, we used to see 2 different units on offense, 2 different units on defense, but that has changed up a little bit. Looks like we are going to see Stephen Links Jr. at quarterback. He's out of Sims, and the ball goes to the ground, loose. It's picked up, and in the scrum, it's under control. Red signaling they have that football as he tried to give that thing off, and Red will get it. As Stephen Links Jr. tried to hand that off to his fullback, and boy, just hop-potatoed out of there. No one could get a grip on it. It hits the turf, and the Red offense will get their first opportunity today.
Everything was out of sync there. Mishandled the snap a little bit, and then, you know, he was juggling it, trying to put it in his back's belly, and the exchange was never good. Ball ended up getting squirted forward, but, you know, a lot of bodies on or near that football, but the Red team pulled away. Oh.
So the Red team pulled everybody in, and now they'll change up offenses. They brought in a whole different unit offensively. Blue forced to call a timeout. So the Red huddled up, and they all ran off the field, and the Red had their other offensive unit on the sidelines. They rushed up to the line of scrimmage. The Blue, adjusting their defensive package, couldn't get it done in time, so they will call a timeout. We are playing on a full-length football field. It is narrower, though, to observe the 8-man rules. Hand off to the tailback straight ahead. With that ball is Medish. Medish across the 40 to the 41. Preston Medish out of Flint Creek. Tremendous career for that young man. And he'll pick up 2, nearly 3 on first down. Sun coming back out here. 1 back at home, 2 receivers right. Quarterback going to keep it himself. And he gets pile-driven into the ground. He went down awkwardly. The ball came out. But I do believe he was down by contact.
It almost looked like I thought I could see the football coming down as he was coming down to the ground. He went helmet first, falling forward into the ground, and the ball looked loose on the way down, but they had blown it dead.
3rd down and 5 here for the Red All-Stars. Ball at their 44-yard line. Left to right on your radio. So 3rd down and 5. 1 back, 2 receivers to the right-hand side here for the Red All-Stars. Tight formation, ball in the center of the field. Rolling out right side is Roman Sparks. Sparks looking downfield, turns the corner. He'll get popped going out of bounds at the 49. But that should be first down yardage. Nice run from the young man out of Thompson Falls. Roman Sparks, the 6-foot quarterback, turned the corner. And he kind of deceivingly fast to get around that edge.
Yeah, he did a nice job of turning the corner and picking up what he needed to.
And it's interesting, this Red team, when I was watching them warm up, Preston Medish and also Roman Sparks, or rather Jace Tandy and Roman Sparks were taking the bulk of the snaps at quarterback, but also Brian Mask took some of the snaps as well. Handoff straight ahead, and looks like that ball came out again. Red may have gotten on it. Short gain. 2nd down and 9. 1 back at home, 2 receivers left for Sparks. Roman Sparks. Quick handoff to his tailback. Medish hits the hole, and he is hit violently. Nice job by the defensive front that time as Wyatt Anderson out of Joliet all over him.
Yeah, good tackle. Good tackle. Beat his block at the line of scrimmage and just, came down flat and squeezed that inside. It looked like a little trap.
3rd down and 7 here for the Red All-Stars. They stay in that same formation. Now the tailback moves to the left hip of the quarterback. He'll release out. That's Medish. Down the seam, right side, and the pass will fall incomplete, but a flag coming down.
Now they're going to get middle linebacker Tucker Johnstone. He had to jump that seam route from the tight end, and he made a good play on the ball. May have gotten there a little early.
Ethan Parkey out of Flint Creek was the intended target, lined up at tight end. So with the penalty, the Red offense will get a fresh set of downs to the Blue 32-yard line. The Blue leading 6-0 here in this opening quarter. We do have 15-minute quarters. As the Red up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to send 1 receiver left, tight end left. Now they'll move him to the right side. Sparks out of the shotgun. Moves Medish to his left hip. Sparks looking at a 4-man rush. Handoff going to go nowhere. Sparks keeps it himself. He'll get across the 30 to the 27. Another good ball fake by the quarterback that time. Keeps it and picks up 5.
Yeah, that's his quarterback counter. Faked the back off the right side, and he kept it and waited for a little trap block off the left side. Pretty well executed. Johnstone, the middle linebacker from Park City, was there to meet it, but not until they had gained 5 yards.
Thompson Falls into the second round of the Class C 8-man football. Fell to Shelby in the second round. Second and 5. Sparks out of the shotgun again. Handoff. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. He faked the handoff, kept it, dives down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 2. Going to bring up third down and 3 here for the Red All-Star. As Red break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Third down and 3. One receiver on each side of the formation for Sparks. One back at home is Medish. 4 guys on the offensive front for the Red All-Star. And they're going to run option. He fakes the pitch, and he dives inside the 20 to the 19. Roman Sparks keeps it himself. He'll get 6. That moves the chains for Red.
Once again, just knowing what he needs there. You know, there wasn't a huge amount of room on the option off the right side, but he just made a pitch fake. He was getting slow played by the defensive end or outside linebacker down here. Just a pitch fake, just enough to get, a couple feet of room, to make himself skinny and pick up that first down.
First down and 10 for the Red. They mark him right at the 20-yard line. 2 receivers left to the wide side of the field. Medish is the lone back. Blue showing blitz that come with it. They're going to run reverse into the teeth of it. The pitch across nearly to the 15-yard line. With it there is Hayden Lockey out of circle. Lockey 6'3", $175.
Yeah, really executed quick, really well executed. Quick end around that time. And seems to be some trouble handling the football early in this game by both sides, both the blue and the red.
Second down and 5 here for the Red All-Stars. They're going to run 1 receiver on each side of the formation. Ball at the right hash. Second and a long 5. Under center. Quarterback going to keep it himself. Good footwork and a nice tackle. Boy, that's a great open field tackle that time defensively by Jace Thompson. If Thompson doesn't get him around the ankles, he's going to get good yardage, if not points. Red up to the line of scrimmage. Sparks under center. Medish behind him. Sparks quick snap. Medish will give him a shove. And he's going to be good for first down yardage.
Yeah, looks
Design
like
run the whole way.
Needed the 10-yard line and got just inside it.
Medish got both of his hands, knotted his kidneys on each side and just started to shove. He was not going to let him fall short. 1 receiver left. Tight end. Basically a tackle on each side of the formation with Medish in the backfield. Medish gets the ball this time. Good spin move down near the 5. Well, I'm telling you, there is not much running room between the guards or even outside of them in that blue defense. Blue defense playing really sound. Second and 5, 1 receiver each way here for Sparks. Sparks going to keep it himself. Goes behind his running back inside the 5 down to the 3. And again, the blue, that was supposed to go off guard, if you will, and kind of sweep toward the back pylon. And blue really made him misdirect and change his direction, or he was just going to get hammered. Red trying to tie it up here as they're looking at 3rd and goal. 1 receiver each way. Sparks under center. Roman Sparks out of Thompson Falls. Going to roll the pocket to his left. He's going to look for the pylon. Turns it upfield, and he is clobbered. That's a great defensive play by the blue team. And Hayden Dykins, that is a big-time shot turning the corner.
Yeah, Deacons he took a good angle. From that secondary, took a really good angle. And in the words of my old coach, arrived in bad humor. A great hit there on the sideline.
Boy, that looked like it was easy points when he got out to the edge. And great pursuit by the blue defense. 4th and goal, they'll go for it here. Out of the shotgun, Roman Sparks. 1 back to his right. They're going to throw it across the middle. Pass is complete. Touchdown, Red All-Stars. They went to the tight end on the left. They found him on the slant right in the center of the field. And the Red All-Stars will get on the board. Catch of the pass is Tucker Foster out of Plain.
Yeah, nicely executed play. He's playing from attached tight end. And just a quick seam release. Looked over the inside shoulder and, the action in the backfield erased any inside linebacker coverage. He's just able to, softly dump it into the end zone.
They'll go for 2, and quarterback going to keep it. Sparks will break the plane. He'll get in untouched. So the 2-point conversion is good, and the Red All-Stars grab the lead as they go up over the blue. 8-6, the Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic here on KDOW. As the Red put together a great drive, and they will kick off. Left to right in your radio, they lead 8-6. Low line drive, squib kick, gets through the second level, gets past the back guys, rolls inside the 5, down to the 2, picked up there. Big collision and it will be marked down at the 1-yard line. Boy, no one could get a handle on that thing. It bounced and just popped all over.
You've seen that fast rolling, end-over-end football. You wait for it to spring up into the air, and it just never did. It just hugged the ground and stayed fast, and then it got down inside the 10-yard line. Then it popped up and hit the brakes. Yeah, unfortunate for the blue team, but they're spread out, ready to come take on this red defense.
And they will go Bombers. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Quarterback, quick hitter out on the left side, complete across the 5, out near the 10-yard line with the reception, Colton Young. Colton Young, a Husky out of Absorki. And Young will get first down yardage. They come out with a Bomber package. At quarterback is William Ullery out of Fort Benton.
Ullery throws a nice ball. You watch him. This guy's been coached. Watch him. He's got that ball's on his ear. Got a nice high release, quick release.
Rolling pocket right. Ullery puts on the brakes. Right in the dead center of the field. Pass complete. Stiff arm across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Great run after the catch that time by Jace Thompson. And actually not Thompson. I apologize. That's Tucker Johnstone.
That's Tucker Johnstone getting a little offensive duty here as well with this blue offense. Played middle linebacker on defense. But, yeah, he was a jack of all trades, a real Swiss Army knife for the Park City. I have the Tigers. I don't know what their mascot is. It's you.
First down. We'll look here in a second. 1st and 10 from the 29. That one's going to get thrown high. As Ullery, that one goes high.
Oh, the Park City Panthers. Who didn't know that?
2nd down and 10. Ullery at quarterback.
Ooh, this would be fun to play coach high school football with Ullery throwing the ball. I like his release.
Rolling out of the pocket right, airs it up downfield. Pass is bobbled and knocked out of bounds.
Good coverage that time. Bracketed coverage. Ullery just trying to thread something in there to his receiver, Aiden McDaniel, and really well defended that time in the secondary.
Ullery out of Fort Benton. His head coach, Jory Thompson. I believe played high school in Kalispell, played football at Western, and does a heck of a job up there with Fort Benton. 3rd down and 10, and a quarterback going to keep it. Draw straight up the middle across the 35 out to the 40, 41-yard line. A gain of 12. Great run by William, and that's going to move the chains here for the Blue All-Stars. Good decision-making.
Yeah, I think that might have been just a design quarterback draw off the left side. Really well executed. Ullery athletic as well, runs well, and picks his holes well.
So Ullery out of the shotgun, 1 back, 1 receiver each way. Ullery gets the snap, rolls left, now he's going to run. Puts his head down, out to the 43-yard line, and not much more there. As red, first there was Easton Hopes out of Fairview.
Yeah, Hopes not only was able to get in on the tackle, but he did a good job of containing Ullery. Forced him inside and then reacted, shot his guns, and got Ullery down to the ground, after a couple-yard gain.
Again, the Blue All-Stars stay in high tempo here. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, Ullery out of the shotgun, 1 receiver each way. Red initially had 3 guys on the line of scrimmage. Now they back up and only have 2. They'll rush 2 is all. Ullery rolling right. He's feeling pressure. Ullery going to run. He's across the 45-50. Ullery, little shake and bake across the 45, out of bounds with the 43. He'll get first down yardage for the Blue All-Star.
Great pass rush that time. Only sending 2 on the pass rush, but that time Steve Rice from Fairview, just a great move at the line of scrimmage. Just, he stepped inside, then a quick swim around the outside, and he was in Ullery's face in a hurry, but Ullery was able to outrun him.
1 back lined up in the pistol, 1 receiver each way. They'll bring man in motion right to left across the formation. Ullery handoff to his tailback. He is hitting into high speed quickly inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. River Hansen.
That's Tucker Johnstone
again. Sorry, Tucker. So Johnstone with the carry.
Yeah, you're right, though. It is you warned me. It is tough to see these numbers. But I think we got a little laundry on the field. Looks like this one may be coming back.
Well, he lined up in the pistol, and he was, normally you'll see a yard or 2 in the pistol. That felt like almost 4, and he was going full speed. A hold, going to go against the Blue All-Stars, and that will back him up. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ullery out of the shotgun. Ullery awaiting the snap, gets it. 2-step drop, quick handle, airs it up left side, hits his tight end. Nice elevation to get that down to the 44-yard line of the red.
Got half of it back. He found Cayman Evans. Just a 10-yard stop route. He just ran downfield, gave the quarterback his numbers, and Ullery did a nice job standing in there and getting that ball delivered. That's right over the top of the defense. I always tell you that sweet spot between linebackers and safeties, and Ullery found that spot.
Evans Kamen, 6'2", 200 pounds. He'll play football for Montana Tech for the next several years. Dropping back, Eulery looking for the deep ball right side. Has a man, overthrown, incomplete. They had a foot race on that far right side. Eulery got some air under it, but it went too far. Brings up 3rd down and 10 here for the Blue All-Stars.
Trying to catch a speedster, Colton Young from the Absorkey Huskies, 5'10", 165 pounds, just a go route. Eulery put the ball in the air, just a slight overthrow, but...
So Young split wide right, 2 receivers here on the near side. An empty backfield now for Eulery as they'll have 2 receivers each way. 3-man offense in front. Eulery fakes the pass. Now he's going to keep it and run it again. Up the middle, he is across the 40, down to the 38-yard line. The same thing we had seen earlier. The only time they have thrown with 4 receivers out is when they were in the end zone. Otherwise, they have run that quarterback draw out of it. 4th down and 6, you'd have to assume the offense is going to stay out.
Drugged down that time by middle linebacker Peyton Lebrand from the Scobie Spartans. But, yeah, Eulery isn't going to be an easy tackle. It's taken 2 or 3 guys to get him to the ground.
4th and 6, they got up to the line of scrimmage. They'll change the play. 1 back, 1 receiver each way. And it looks like tight end left. Eulery dropping back, has time. Crossing route, going to be overthrown, incomplete. There was contact, but not intentional. They ran into one another, almost felt like a rub route, and that will fall incomplete. Turnover on downs will go back to the Red All-Star.
A ball slightly overthrown. Looked like his receiver looked at the ball, Aiden McDaniel, but then it's almost like he gave it the look like that ball isn't intended for me and really didn't even get his arms up.
1st down and 10 Red as they get the ball back. They'll run a tight formation, 2 receivers each way, but just off of the guard on each side. Empty backfield, blitz coming. Rolling out the right side is Mask. Mask throws it downfield, and Mask gets it into the hands of Cade Pardee. So Brian Mask running the quarterback position. I mentioned this earlier. He only took a couple snaps in pregame. Brian Mask out of Clark Fork, 5'8", 160. And they had 3 different guys throwing passes in warm-ups. That's a gain of 5. Mask out of the shotgun. Blitz coming again. Mask gets away. He's going to run. He's across the 45, 50. He has running room. Mask 40, 35 down to the 34-yard line. Great job packing that thing in and going, and Mask will go good for 22 yards.
Really good pocket presence that time. His pocket collapsed. He recognized it early and got going north-south and ran really, really well, finding holes, cutbacks, and eventually run down by one of the pass rushers, Caden Shelton from Cascade.
So they will go quick again, 2 receivers each way. Dropping back, he has a pocket this time. He lets it go. It came out wounded. The receiver is able to haul it in. That is going to be Pardee again out of Thompson Falls. Nice catch as Mask threw that. It was wounded. So let's see what we get here. The Blue was saying that it was an incomplete pass, but they do mark it a gain of 3, nearly 4.
Yeah, just a quick out to his wide receiver here to the boundary side. Just kind of extending the running game.
1 back, 3 receivers out of the back. Mask hands it off to his... No, he fakes the handoff. Mask keeps it himself, 30 down to the 25-yard line. Telling you, another great play fake that time, and Mask keeps it, motors down to the 25. So Brian Mask running the quarterback position here for the Red All-Stars.
Eventually hauled down by McDaniel. That's a good piece of running. Looked like Mask a little earlier in that run had a good chance for a cutback into the middle of the field and might have taken it to the end zone.
Again, they're going to kind of keep the bomber package out there. Mask, long snap here. And he'll get it, rolls the pocket to his left. Blitz coming, cuts back to his right, airs it up downfield, goes for height, and that one's going to go incomplete.
Quick pressure that time. Hayden Axman in the backfield early, along with Ben Kessler.
2nd and 10, 2 receivers each way for Mask. He looks over to the coaching staff for the play call. Blue brings 3 defensive linemen up. And now they bring receiver across the formation, right to left is Pardee. He'll get the ball out in the flat across the 20-15. Pardee down to the 10, down near the 8-yard line. They brought him in motion.
Motion to bubble screen. We got some laundry on the field. Looked like a good block there. Good lead block. Parker Cromwell from Scobie Spartan, 6'1", 165 pounds. Taking care of his cornerback and giving Pardee a good cutback opportunity, but there's some laundry on the field. Looks like it's coming back.
Yep, by the way they're walking back, this one's going to be marched back. It's incredible, this game. Sometimes we've had single-digit scores, and other games we've had the 50-40. You just aren't sure what you're getting prepared for every year. 2nd and 15 after the penalty. 3 receivers right to the wide side. Dropping back in the pocket, starts to collapse. He's going to take off. Cut back to his left. Mass downfield across the 25, out of bounds at the 22.
Once again, Ben Kessler. Great move at the line of scrimmage. Coming from nose tackle, right up the gut. And Mask made a nice escape on him. I mean, it's not like he's coming from defensive end. He's coming right in Mask's face. And he put a move on him and picked up some valuable yardage. Looked like he was going to quick sack for maybe a 5-yard loss.
3rd down and 9 after the quick timeout. Brian Mask out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. Blue showed blitz. Now they back out of it. 3-man rush. Mask. Now they're just going to hold him and contain. Mask airs it up through at the hands of his intended target, as Lane Spadell was the intended target out of Mission. It was interesting. Blue didn't bring heavy pressure that time. They kind of kept the linebackers and the defensive linemen got through that first row, and they just held Mask to contain. They didn't want to let him get past them.
Yeah, it was another mishandled snap. You know, that kind of set things, you know, kind of the chaos in motion that time for Mask. He just never really got comfortable.
We have 1 quarter in the books, and right, Bob Cleverley 8-man All-Star Classic. 4th down and 9 for the Red All-Stars. Mask drops back, airs it up right side. The receiver and the corner ran into one another. They both hit the ground hard. The ball falls incomplete. And that will be a turnover on down.
And that's what happened there. There was a good collision. Both the corner and the receiver went to the ground.
So the Blue All-Stars up to the line of scrimmage. Big hit. Ball comes out, and able to get back on top of it is Eulery. So William Eulery, a quarterback. He faked the handoff, and that ball just gets shot out. He's able to dive on top of it. Going to be a loss of 5. Great penetration by the Red defensive front.
Nice hit.
2 backs, 2 receivers out of the shotgun. Eulery, 2nd down and 15. Eulery hands it off right side. Good hole across the 30, 35, puts the head down out to the 36-yard line. That's a great run that time by Hayden Axman. Axman out of Fort Benton, 5'8", $190. And on 2nd and 15, he'll get 16, maybe 17. And he will move the chains for his Blue All-Star. 1st down and 10, split backs again out of the shotgun. Eulery, 1 receiver each way. Ball on the right hash mark. Handoff going to go to the tailback. Turn it upfield across the 40 out to the 42-yard line. As with the carry once again, going to be Hayden Axman. 2nd down and 4. Red showing blitz. They bring it. Able to swing it out left side. Pass complete. 1st down yardage, maybe more. Slips out left side, 35, 30, 25. Great speed. 10-5 touchdown Blue.
Tell me that's going to be an ore digger. Hayden Deacons, Fort Benton Longhorns.
How about that?
Breaks a tackle 5 yards downfield and showed everybody else on that Red defense that you need to work on your angles against fast guys because he outran the field.
Hayden Deacons just gets on his horse and flat takes off.
6'5", 190. Nice-looking player.
And they will go for 2. They'll stack it up. And the handoff to the tailback. Diving forward. 2-point conversion is good. So the Blue will hang 2. And they will go up over the Red All-Stars. 14-8 our score. Hey, we're back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech. The Bob Cleverley 8-man All-Star Classic. The Blue grabs the lead back 14-8. And they will kick off. Now remember, they have not given the Red a return chance here. And this one, an onside attempt, goes to the sidelines. Fielded, bobbled, goes out of play.
Had it again.
They almost had another shot at it as Correa out of Shelby got both hands on that football. He almost got the onside. And the Red All-Stars will take over at the 41-yard line. So here comes Jace Tandy out of Scobie running the quarterback position. 1 back, 2 receivers right. Fakes the handoff, rolls out of the pocket right. Stops, has time, looking for the deep ball left side into double coverage. Passes up. Hits the receiver in the hand and falls incomplete. Had a chance to talk to Tandy's coach. They practiced here in the mining city before they played Flint Creek in the state championship game, and Scobie lost their opening game of the year. And the coach was telling me that he was at dinner at his in-laws, and they were sitting there kind of talking, and he looked out the window, and his quarterback, Jace Tandy, had the receivers out on the practice field practicing that next morning. And he called him. He's like, "So what's up?" And he's like, "We've got to be better, coach." And from that point forward, they were awfully good.
That's great leadership there.
2nd down and 10. Roll in the pocket, airs it up, pass complete across midfield, out of bounds. Big hit, late hit, as the pass caught by Lucas Anderson on the far side of the field. And they're going to get 15 on it afterwards. So with the additional yardage after the penalty, it comes all the way down to the Blue 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Red. They trail by 6. Just here early in the 2nd quarter. Tandy moves his tail back up, to the tight end position. He'll roll out of the pocket to his left, looking downfield, throws across his body, airs it up, has a man, pass complete, touchdown, Red All-Stars. Garrett George out of Fairview will haul it in, and George will hang 6. That is a tough throw by Jace Tandy, and he put it on a dime.
Rolling out at full speed over to the left side, right-handed quarterback. Got to contort his body. That's never really easy, and quarterbacks get pretty used to it because they work on it a lot, but it was still a really good effort by Tandy to get his shoulders square and put that ball, just throw into a spot there. Just throw into a spot, hoping his receiver can get there. Perfectly executed. And George hauling it in for the 6-point TD.
14-14 our score. The Red will look to add 2 onto it. They'll roll the pocket right this time. Tandy, pass, knocked to the ground. Great defensive effort that time in the secondary, knocking it to the turf. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Hartson Van Houten from the Sheridan Panthers. Great break on the ball that time. Just trusted his ability and his footwork. Made a nice break on the ball. Got across the receiver's face and got that thing knocked away.
14-14 our score.
What a ball game, huh?
Dave down at Metal Sports Bar and Grill is basically feeding these guys all week long, and he told me earlier in the week, he's like, you could not ask for a better group of individuals than these guys are. And it's a testament to the families, testament to the program, and always great things to hear about these young men.
Can't ask for a better guy at Metals to work with either than Dave Andrews.
Yeah.
He does a great job down there. I'm watching Coach Thatcher down there on the sideline, just watching tackle to tackle. Those offensive line coaches, boy, they're special human beings.
Yes, they are. Kickoff return across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. So the Blue All-Stars will get another shot at it. We're tied up 14 apiece. They come up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to run 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Blue All-Stars, nobody in the backfield, tight end right.
Lynx Jr. quarterback this series.
And he's going to keep it, goes to his right side. They're flagged down across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And Lynx out of Sims will get the carry, but this one is going to come back.
I don't know what we're going to get. Might get a block in the back here, a peel-back block.
Let's see what our officials give us here. The line judge here on the near side threw the flag as Lynx turned the corner.
He gave a personal foul. So I think this was I don't know, call it clipping or a block in the back, but
as they need to get out to the 38-yard line. So 1st and 25, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Lynx out of the shotgun. Lynx, quick hitter out on the left side. Pass complete. Nice move on the interior and a great tackle. Looked like that was going for yards as Caden Smirker got the pass out of Sims, and his corner got back to him quickly.
Yeah, Keegan Nelson. Mondack Thunder, 6'1", 195 pounds. But, yeah, you're right. Good reaction that time and a great tackle.
2 receivers each way this time for Lynx. Empty backfield. 3-man defensive front for the Red. Lynx drops back, has time. Slant route through the middle, goes up. Great catch at the 40-yard line. Big-time shot by Hartson Van Houten as Van Houten out of Sheridan goes up and just lances it at the 40.
Yeah, it looked like they were just throwing seams at him. And both the inside seam runners, faded to the inside. There were two blue receivers right at that football. Van Houten grabbed it, but it looked like they had another tight end that was right in the area to catch it as well.
Tailback in motion. Lynx going to keep it himself, and he is swallowed up. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Red with great penetration. They knew the run was coming, or at least it seemed like they did, as they were right there. 2nd down and basically 10 here for the Blue All-Stars. Tied up 14 all. 2nd and 9, 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Stephen Lynx Jr. at the quarterback. Going to roll his pocket to his right. He has time. Airs it up downfield. And his receiver bobbled it. He was looking to turn it around. Smirker right in the hands, and Smirker wanted to get some yards after the catch and just missed the catch.
Well, you can see that from his first catch in this series. He was into his move to lose the defender as the ball was arriving. And that's, the really good ones, that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
So they get into that move. That time he got into his move a little quick and forgot the football. You hear that a lot, but Smirker knows he'll get another opportunity to redeem himself.
3rd down and 9, 1 back, 2 receivers. Almost a screen way. Smirker tips it into the air, makes the catch, and he's knocked out at the 40-yard line. He and the corner were just head-to-head that time, and Smirker knocked it into the air. He pulled it into the breadbasket. and he's down to the red 40-yard line. That's a tremendous play by the receiver, and Caden Smirker out of Sims.
It looked like they were trying to set up a screen because Tony Daly, the inside slot, he ran 5 yards downfield and looked like he was blocking.
Well, and the penetration Red got, too. I mean, it smelled screen the whole way. 1st and 10, man in motion, and they'll give it to him. Turning the corner across the 40. Big hit delivered on the edge. With the carry is Van Houten again.
Van Houten, and with the hit, Parker Cromwell.
Hello.
6'1", 165-pounder for Scobie.
2nd down and 7 here for the Blue All-Stars. We're tied up 14-all. As Blue, we've seen really stout defensive efforts so far here in the first half. Out of the shotgun, Links Jr. 1 back, 3 receivers. Pump fake once, airs it up. That one's going to be underthrown, incomplete. And that one, it was interesting. His tailback stepped up to block for him, and he pump faked. And I don't know if he was forced to pump fake because otherwise, if he'd have let it go, he'd hit his tailback right in the back of the head. So when he pulled it back and tried to throw it again, it felt like that might have just thrown the timing off on all of it.
And a question for you. In high school football, even tackle to tackle, can you cut block? I didn't think you could.
I don't think you can. 3rd down and 7. Blitz coming, in trouble. Links able to get away, fires it down, and that's complete to the 30-yard line. Great catch. Nice job by the receiver and Smirker as he comes back to help out his quarterback, but we have a flag down. This has got to be residing in that holding territory.
Oh, illegal man downfield.
Okay. So illegal man downfield. What was 3rd down and 7? 3rd down and 12 after the timeout. Air it up left side, and they're going to run hook and ladder out on the edge. 1st down yardage across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. As Smirker went up and got that reception, he immediately lateraled it to Zindars, and
Actually,
that's 1st down yardage.
I think it was Ian Swanson from the Ennis Mustangs on the original. Yeah, number 32.
Thank you.
But really, really well executed. He caught that in all in one motion. Got the ball pitched back to who was it? Thompson? No. Anyway.
1st down and 10. Handoff going to go to the tailback. Cut back left and a spin move, and there's just no real estate there as Tony Daly is wrapped up quickly. Daly out of Shoto. Bulldog 5'10", $175 here for the Blue All-Stars. So Daly will get a positive yard out of it. 2nd down and 9. 1 back, 1 receiver left, 2 to the right here for the Blue All-Stars. Pass is overthrown. He was looking to his right that time. He wanted Van Houten. And, Van Houten hadn't even turned back to look at the football, and that one sailed over him incomplete.
Trying to do a quick seam route, the inside receiver. It's an overthrow.
So
I think they saw something there they liked, though.
Yeah. Blue All-Stars, we've seen 2 quarterbacks thus far. Stevens Links Jr. is in currently. He'll roll the pocket to his right. Has 1 man out in the route. Airs it up, and Smirker goes up. Got both hands on it. Was hit hard. Boy, that was good timing defensively as Parker Cromwell out of Scobie came up and made contact. He drops it. 4th down and 9.
I think Smirker wanted pass interference, and I'm not so sure he didn't have a case. As he went up for that ball, he was gently pushed in the back, and it just threw his timing off to catch it, and he kind of got up saying, granted it was bang, bang, but that contact was early enough to cause me to miss that football.
4th down and 9. Links through the middle. They try to set up screen. Passes intercepted. Big man right side across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. They try to set up screen, and Red did not bite. Red will get the interception, and they'll get it going the other way as Ian Killorn will get it. Killorn out of Mission. He will get the interception, and the Red All-Stars, with a bunch of momentum here in the last 10 minutes, will get the football back.
Trying to set up a back screen to the left side that time. It took a while to develop, and the ball just was lightly glanced at the line of scrimmage right into Killorn's belly.
1st down and 10 here for the Red All-Stars. 2 receivers left. They'll step up under center. 1 back and home. Tailback and Medish gets the carry. And they finally spin him down to the ground at the 35-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 3. Preston Medish knows no other speed other than, 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
Roman Sparks went over to talk to his coach. He'll take it out of the shotgun. 1 receiver each way. Medish stays in at tailback. Blue showing a 4-man defensive front, and they'll bring 4. Quarterback going to keep it. Sparks, nothing there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Yeah, Johnstone met it. Coming down the line of scrimmage from defensive end was Jackson Apley. Shelby Coyote, and he compressed it, and Johnstone met it right there, square on.
3rd down and 7. Rolling out Sparks. Sparks looking downfield. He's going to keep it.
That's why they've gotten so good.
Thank you for saying that, because I wanted to so bad.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
And we have a flag down as Sparks turn the corner, and it's going to be a hold. So that one's going to go back from the 35-yard line area, so they'll be looking at 3rd down and probably about 27 here for the Red All-Stars. 3rd down and 16. 3 receivers each way. Play action, dropping back, blitz coming, and Sparks in trouble. He's going down. Sparks will be taken down at the 18-yard line. That's a loss of 7.
That was
great penetration.
Yeah, that was bound to happen. Kelly Lynn that time from Joliet, hard off the left side, and, he got a paw on the quarterback, and as he's trying to escape, and we knew Wyatt Anderson would eventually be there. He's just had a great game defensively here, right defensive end. He was there to polish him off.
So the punting unit will come in. Kate Party will handle the punting duties for the Red All-Stars. Snap a little low. Party in trouble. Party tried to get away, and he's going to be taken down at the 10. He had to really race up to get that snap. And by the time he got it, the Blue defensive pressure got to him, so a turnover on downs, and the Blue will take over at the 10.
That was Lind was in there quick. Jory Thompson was in there quick. Tucker Johnstone they were all in there quick. They almost beat the snap to the punter.
Truly. So that will bring it out to the 12-yard line. The officials put it down there, so the Blue All-Stars on a short field. 1st and 10 from the 12. 1 back, or check that, 3 receivers right. Rolling out right with it is Eulery. Eulery airs it up. Pass complete inside the 5, down to the 3.
Eulery finding tight end crossing the field. Cayman Evans.
Evans out of belt.
Down to the 3-yard line here.
We have certainly talked about him. He'll come here to Montana Tech and play for Coach Sampson, if Coach Sampson's ever allowed to coach a football game. He's been a head coach for like 17 months now and still hasn't coached a game. 2nd and 1 from the 3.
He'll probably get a contract extension before he ever coaches a game.
3 receivers, 1 tight end, rolling Eulery. Eulery looking to turn the corner, stretches the ball out. He should have got there. We do get the signal, touchdown. Eulery put it out there. It got inside the pylon, and the Blue All-Stars will grab the lead once again.
I'll tell you what, Pardee reacted to that. Granted, Eulery got the end zone. But I tell you what, Pardee is a good football player. Cade Pardee, he's doing a lot on offense, but he's made some good plays on this defense. He's wiry, 6'3", 165 pounds, but I tell you what, he brings it. He's a hitter.
The Blue leading 20-14. 1 receiver left. They'll split 2 right, tight end right, empty backfield for Eulery. 1 step drop, airs it up right side. Pass complete. 2-point conversion is good. Going up and getting it is Evans. So Cayman Evans will go up and haul in the 2-point conversion, and the Blue All-Stars go up 22-14. The Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic here on KBOW Butte. Hey, welcome back here once again. 4:38 left to play here in the first half, and the Blue All-Stars up 22-14. Line drive kick fielded by the Red at the 38-yard line. So that one, line drive straight ahead, and the Red All-Stars will get the football. So 1st and 10, Red All-Stars. They'll bring out their unit here. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Both squads on the Red and the Blue both have thrown the ball an awful lot in very windy conditions here at Bob Greenfield today. Now we're going to get flags aplenty. Looks like the right DN got it across.
Yeah, that's Nitschke Love. Preston Nitschke Love from Great Falls Central. Just eager. You don't get in there after a few snaps. Hard count's going to get anybody. These guys are hungry. They want to make plays.
Yep. And he's off to Pennsylvania when he graduates. He'll go to Messiah U and wrestle out there, so the best of luck to him. 1st down and 5 after the penalty. Dropping back, looking to throw. Deep ball right side. Wide open as Mask hits his man. Down to 10, 5, touchdown Red. No one there at all. I think it surprised Mask as well. He aired that thing up and into the end zone for 6 easy points for the Red All-Stars.
Yeah, that's Pardee. And I don't know how he got so open. I don't know if he was uncovered over there. There was nobody within 15 yards of him to the side or behind him.
The Red had 2 receivers out in the route, both of them on each side of the field, and the quarterback on the other side of the field was the closest defender to him. I mean, there was just no one. So a big-time play there for the Red All-Stars. They'll get in for 6 points. They'll attempt a 2-point conversion to try and tie it up at 22 apiece. They'll split 2 receivers left. Tight end goes in motion, now goes back to his right. Mask in trouble, steps up in the pocket, escapes to his left. Mask airs it up, back of the end zone, incomplete. That one over the head of Cole Becker. And the 2-point conversion is no good. So the Blue All-Stars up by 2, 22-20. Bob Cleverley 8-man All-Star Classic here on a Saturday night. 4:18 left to play here in this first half.
I'm impressed with every quarterback I've watched play so far. And everybody's done it a little differently. But the quarterback play and leadership at quarterback has been outstanding.
Red kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, and the Blue All-Stars will take over.
Speaking of Class C legend football coaches, Ted Richards.
Okay.
Ran into him in a restaurant, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. He's been retired for a few years, and still absolutely slobbers over the game.
Yeah.
Still just loves it, but great memories at Ted.
And speaking of which, I haven't seen or heard from Coach Oberweiser in a few. Another guy, when you start talking about football legends, period, normally run into him at this game. He's called this game with me before. And first carry is going to go Lynx out to the left side. That's going to be a short pickup.
Really good human being, Coach Oberweiser. Those guys, when they used to come to the 8-man camp, when we started that 8-man camp and those coaches would come, we'd take them, they'd take staff, we'd take them down and drink a few pitchers of beer and tell stories. And Green would be, on stage down there, and we just had a great time.
Lynx going to air it up to the right side. Pass complete across the 30, out to the 33-yard line. That's going to be first down yardage here for the Blue All-Stars as they'll bring it out to the 33.
Rick was at a few of those events.
Yeah, I would assume Rick Miller was probably there in body and in spirit. First down at 10 here for the Blue All-Stars. Lynx Jr. out of the shotgun, 1 back, 2 receivers left. Lynx, 5-step drop, going to air it up down the seam. Has a man overthrown, incomplete.
He's trying to get Evans.
Yep, he had Cayman Evans. And just through his fingertips, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Evans is able to get between those safeties downfield, and it looked like he was outrunning them. I mean, he had about a 4-yard cushion there.
Lynx out of the shotgun, 3 guys in the formation. That one's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Looking at the sideline route, Smirker was the intended target up there, and that one just sailed on a 3rd down and 10 here for the Blue All-Stars. Dropping back, Lynx in trouble. Pocket collapses. Lynx going to get sacked at the 29-yard line. Boy, that pocket held, and then all of a sudden it just crashed down on top of him. Cody Burke out of Thompson Falls going to get the big sack.
Yeah, Cody's a big load, 6'5", 260. But that was more of a coverage sack. Lynx had quite a bit of time to throw that football and just couldn't find an open receiver. Moved around a little bit in the pocket, eventually collapsed, and Burks was able to drag him to the ground.
So we get the whistle, and we're ready to roll. So the Blue All-Stars will look to punt it away. 2:22 left to play here in the first half. Blue leading by 2. As they await the snap. Snap is a good one. And the left-footed kick is away. Across the 50, bounces right at the 40-yard line of red and is knocked down at the 38.
Good punt.
That is a good punt against a very stiff wind. 2:15 left to play here in the first half. The Bob Cleverley 8-man All-Star Classic here from Bob Greenfield. The shadows getting a little long here. Bear with us. The sun beating straight into us. We have 1 receiver. Check that. 2 receivers left. 1 back at home here for the Red All-Stars. Hand off to the tailback. Straight across the line of scrimmage. Ball comes out. It looks like Blue's on it. Yep, Blue is going to get the fumble. That ball gets stripped away. And Blue will get the fumble, and their offense will get the football back. That's a big-time play. It looked like Caden Shelton was able to strip that one away.
Huge turnover here going into the half.
2 receivers right, big-time turnover. We'll see if Blue can capitalize on it. As 1 snap, and they get the football back. Ball at the red 38-yard line. 3 receivers. Lynx rolling the pocket to his right. Wants to air it up. Does so. Pass complete at the 25-yard line. Hauling that one in is Correa. We have one player from this game who would have been on this roster, obviously, was Cade Cutler going to MSU, but as we mentioned, shoulder surgery. Frontier Conference taking a few. More of them going to Dickinson, honestly. Lynx rolling the pocket left, airs it through the middle. Tipped by the linebacker. Nice job getting a hand on it. That one will fall incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Lynx rolling to his right. Lynx in trouble. He's going to run out of bounds down near the 20-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 4. Boy, it looked like he was going to lose yardage that time, and Lynx able to turn it upfield and get good positive yards with nothing open.
Yeah, know you're down in distance as a quarterback. If you don't want to force anything there, if you can go get positive yardage on the run, I mean, that's going to do a lot to, slow down that rush a little bit, compress that defensive backfield a little bit, and start opening up some throwing space.
They're down and 7 here for the Blue All-Stars. Empty backfield. They're going to run a little screen out on the left side. Pass complete across the 20. Stiff arm. 15 outbounds to the 13.
Good job. A nice cushion out there. Correa just a quick stop route and a real well-thrown ball. A quick delivery, and the thing was on a rope. Ball arrives quickly. Receiver has more time to get into his move. It looks easy on TV, but those aren't easy throws to make.
2 receivers, 2 backs. Links dropping back. Right side. Pass overthrown, incomplete. Aired it up downfield, looking for Carrillo once again. He gets knocked to the ground hard. He gets up, shakes it out a little bit, and runs back on the field.
Took a pretty good pop there and went down hard. Good hard pop on the left side and landed on his right side.
2nd and 10. 2 backs, 2 receivers. Links out of the shotgun. Ball at the 14-yard line of the Blue All-Stars, or Red rather. Handoff straight ahead across the 10 down to the 7-yard line. That's a nice bit of running right up the gut that time.
Let's just say it isn't a pillow fight like that NFL
exactly.
Pro Bowl.
I mean, that's exactly my point. Axman gets 8. 3rd down and 2. Axman will get the carry again. He's inside the 5 to the 3.
I like Axman. He is a load, isn't he?
Boy, he hits full speed into like 3 steps.
Low to the ground. And
1st and goal at the 2 here for the Blue All-Stars. 29 seconds remaining in the first half. They lead by 2. The snap is bobbled. Pitch to the right side. Great balance. Down to the goal line. Leaning. And no signal. They'll say just short. What a play that time. As leaning out, trying to get to the end zone was Jace Thompson.
Parker Cromwell came in from right corner and just laid a hit on the running back, but didn't get him knocked to the ground.
They need to get the ball snapped under center. They spike it with 0 on the clock. They did not. The officials are going to chat it over. He spiked it. By the time my head looked to the clock itself, it was at 0s.
Yeah, they just have to know if the ball is snapped at 1, they can't get another play because that deems it a second to release the ball and stop the clock.
So the clock does go to 0. So the Blue All-Stars will be shut down right at the goal line. A big time stand for the Red as the Blue leads by 2, 22-20.
I was waiting for him to take another timeout.
I was just.
They got potential for some big plays. We saw him going to Tabras Correa late in the first half on multiple occasions. So
a bouncing kick by the Red. Blue will run up and try and field it. They do so at the 20-yard line. The return out to the 23-yard line. Big scrum still not going down. Now we'll get a blown whistle. And the Blue All-Stars will take over at their 25-yard line. So we're officially underway here in the second half. Again, thanks for joining us here from a windy Bob Green field. And the Blue All-Stars leading by 2. Boy, you think about the end of that first half. Blue was basically inside the 1-yard line and went to 0s on the clock, getting no points there. We'll see if that comes back to affect them. 1 back, 2 receivers. Pass goes out on the left side, complete across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. As the pitch and catch goes out there to Deacons.
And Stephen Links Jr. is back in at quarterback. We haven't seen Eulery in a while. I wonder if everything's okay there.
Eulery looking for him on the sidelines. Links, as you mentioned, in at quarterback. Handoff, end around, and boy, not much there as Jace Thompson doing work trying to find somewhere to go. And there was Red defensive players all over him that time. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7 here for the Blue All-Stars. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Links out of the shotgun. Links, 3-step drop, looking left, checks it off, goes to his right. In trouble. Links is going down. He's going to get sacked at the 18-yard line. Links is going to get sacked. Looks like they'll mark it officially at the 20. That's the loss of 5.
Other party, Jared coming in there and getting the sack. 6'2", 210-pounder.
4th and 15.
Good tackle. Got Links Jr. wrapped up and thrown to the ground.
4th down, and the punting unit is in here for the Blue All-Stars. So a good defensive stand by Red. Blue kicking with the wind as they await the snap. A good snap back, and the kick is away. End-over-end kick goes across the 50, bounces at the 43, and out of bounds at the 38. So a nice punt that time. 2 minutes gone here in this third quarter. The Red offense out on the field. Blue leading by 2, 22-20. And they'll do the same thing. They huddled up with one offensive unit. Now they'll race the other offensive unit in. Blue defense does not change. They're going to run screen pass out left. Double pass. Looking downfield. They have a man. Pass overthrown, incomplete. They went double pass as Jace Tandy aired it up downfield. He was looking for Lockie. And that one will be overthrown, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Wow, had him wide open, too. Just a slight overthrow. You know what? It helped. This window in front of us didn't look like an iPad cover.
2nd and 10. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Red All-Stars. Red trailing by 2 as they come up. 1 back, 2 receivers left. Handoff. Ball comes out. Blue's going to get it. Medish had the ball stripped away from him. Roman Sparks gave it off to Medish. Medish straight ahead. Ball goes to the turf.
Another big play defensively. Wyatt Anderson getting in there. Get Medish taken to the ground. Stripped the ball away and got it available for his teammates to jump on and get a big turnover.
Korea, I believe, came up off the bottom of the pile with it, so the Blue All-Stars will get the football back.
Boy, I like this Anderson kid.
1st down and 10, Blue. Ball at the Red 43-yard line. Out of the shotgun, dropping back. Pass complete, out left side, across the 40, down to the 37-yard line. We'll see where they give them forward progress. They really march backwards a ways. Now they do. They move it up to the 36.
Keegan Nelson from the Mondack Thunder giving that receiver a little rodeo action. Little hip toss to the ground.
2nd down and 4. As again, at quarterback is Lynx Jr. Steven out of the shotgun. They line up in the pistol. 1 back at home. They'll air it up right side. Good coverage. Boy, reading that route and jumping in front of it was Cole Becker out of circle. That was a great read by Becker. If he gets a hand on that, he moonwalks in for 6 points. There's no one near him.
Good break on the ball. Good technique. Reaching with his upfield arm. Really good position.
3rd down and 4 here for the Blue All-Stars. All at the Red 36-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Lynx rolling right. Airs it up. Pass caught short of 1st down yardage and thrown out of bounds. A gain of 3. That's going to bring up 4th down here for the Blue All-Stars.
Don Houghton's got a nice set of hands on him. He's made some good catches. That was a tough ball. It was a heater. He has to go vertical on the sideline route. He went up high and just stuck it.
So 4th down and 2 here for the Blue All-Stars. Ball at the Red third, just inside the 35. And the offense going for it on 4th. They'll run screen, and it's knocked down. Great read defensively. Keegan Nelson. Keegan Nelson representing the Mondack Thunder.
He almost reeled that in and took it to the house.
I'd be interested to know what side of the Mondack Thunder he's in.
Is it Beach?
My first inclination is no, but I don't have a better answer. Red quickly will get the ball on the turnover. They'll go ahead for 2. 3rd quarter action. The Blue All-Stars leading by 2.
It looks like it's going to be Lynx Jr. the rest of the game for the Blue team at quarterback.
Red All-Stars. Ball snapped, goes to the ground. Blue gets on it. It hit the quarterback in the shin and went right off of Jace Tandy's left leg, went to the ground, and the Blue All-Stars get on it again. So another turnover will go to the Blue as that one hit Tandy in the shin.
It looked like Caden Sheldon came out of that. Shelton came out of there with the football.
Badger out of Cascade will get the turnover, so we'll see what Blue does with it this time. Again, they have left some points on the field. They do lead by 2. So 1st down and 10, Blue. Lynx out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Blitz coming. Untouched. Blitz. Lynx airs it up. He throws it away. Boy, Red brought the house that time.
That's Medish from the defensive secondary coming on a blitz.
I'll tell you, he played so well for Flint Creek through his career in his senior year. You know, he certainly was a big part offensively, but I don't think they do it without him defensively. He was just everywhere. 2nd down and 10. 4 receivers again. 3-man pressure. Lynx looking for the deep ball down the middle. Had a man, and that one will fall incomplete. Looking for Lockie. At corner there. Safety a little late to the party, but that will fall incomplete. 3rd down and 10 here for the Blue All-Stars.
Yeah, that's Gamem Evans again. Down the middle of the field. I told you they'd come back to that. You know, Evans gets vertical on that seam route. Really quick, moves well, good size, easy target to find. Just threw it over the wrong shoulder that time.
Tight end each way, rolling out locks. downfield, and that one will fall incomplete. Had two guys kind of converging on it.
I think this is Eulery down here in the sweatshirt.
4th down and 10, looking to move the chains. They'll air it up deep, and that one's going to be well overthrown, incomplete, as there were pressure coming. Yeah, and as you mentioned, that's probably the case. 1st and 10, Red All-Stars. They trail by 2. The wind changing direction a little bit more out of the west. Red with the football at their 34-yard line. Empty backfield, looking to throw. Pass is complete across the 35-40. Sideline, 50, 45-40. Defenders coming, knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Great run by Cade Party as Party got that pass from Brian Mask and took off. Great job on the edge by Party.
He's having a really good football game. He's made some huge plays both on defense and offense, checking himself out of the game. I don't know if he's a little banged up or just winded, but he's been all over this field, both on defense and offense, and not just taking up space. He's the playmaker on both sides of the ball for this Red team.
1st down and 10, Red. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield here for Mask. Mask looks to the sideline for the play call. They'll look to bring it in. 9:33 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mask, 3-step drop. Going to air it up left. That one goes up. Wind knocks it down, and it's intercepted at the 4. Picked off across the 15-20. Cut back, trying to find some running room here on the near side. High step at the 25-yard line. Spins at the 30. And with the interception and the return that time is Colton Young out of Absorki.
Great play. He just, he kind of center fielded that ball. Got hung up in the wind, but he made a good play on it. Got good body position on his receiver and made a nice return. But his Red team's just got to be kicking themselves. They come out, they get 3 offensive possessions this half and have turned the ball over 3 times.
1st down and 10, Blue. So as you mentioned, the 3rd turnover here in this 3rd quarter. The Blue leads by 2. 9:09 left to play in the quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right here. As Lynx out of the shotgun. Lynx hands it off to his tailback. Their first run here of the 2nd half. Trying to find some room. Moving back to the right side is Johnston. Johnston across the 40. Johnston at 45-50. Cut back down to the 40-yard line of Red. Great run by Tucker Johnstone. He is down to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 30.
Saw a lot of that on his highlight tape. His dad shared it with me. A lot of change of direction. He just refuses to go down. They're going to get a hold over here. It's too bad. He's had 2 big offensive plays in this game, and both have been called back with holding penalty.
So Johnstone's 30-yard run will come back.
Walks just like his dad.
So the flag was thrown at the 35, so that'll come back to the 25. You're looking at 1st down and 15 or so, anywhere in that neighborhood. Here they come up to the line of scrimmage. As you mentioned, Lynx is probably the quarterback we'll see for the rest of the game for the Blues. Split backs, hand off to the tailback, moving left. Across the line of scrimmage and stood up is Johnstone. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back. Bring up 2nd and 12. 2 backs, 2 receivers. Lynx rolling right. Forced to throw it up quickly. Hit his receiver in the hands. Just couldn't reel it in. Boy, that's another one. If Aiden McDaniel came back for that football and the cornerback bit and tried to make an interception and it went right by him, if McDaniel is able to reel that in, that's a big-time play. Just could not get the handle on it.
Yeah, tough catch to make, and even if he makes the catch, it's a tough one to stay on your feet after you make the catch.
Good call. 3rd down and 12. They're setting up screen. Pass here on the near side, complete. Across the 30, out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 as they get it out to Evans. Came at Evans. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7 here for the Blue All-Stars. Kicking from the left hash mark here. 7:22 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Snap a little low. Dyken's able to go get it, and he booms it. Back inside the 15, bobbled, and it goes out of bounds to the 8. So it trickles out of bounds, so the Red All-Stars will start at their 8-yard line. As Hayden Lockey got the hands on it, just couldn't really get possession of it. It goes out of bounds.
Tough play. Actually, it's Tandy back there. Jace Tandy. Just a tough play. He had to go back on that ball. Then he mishandled it. Still had time to get it picked up. Just couldn't get a crowd before it rolled out of bounds.
7:08 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Blue All-Stars by 2. Red have turned it over all 3 of their possessions here this quarter. as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 1 back at home. It looks like Tandy is under center here. Nope, that's not the case. That's Sparks. Sparks turns it upfield, and boy, there's not much there. I'm telling you, this Blue defense has really been good today.
It's just, they're so sound in the deep front, and they're, deep there too. Well, they should be deep. It's an all-star game, but, I mean, that time you got Apley in there.
2nd and 7. And out of the shotgun, in trouble, Roman Sparks. That snap was a little low, and by the time he got it up out of the turf, he's forced to take off with it, and he's going to lose a couple. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 here for the Red All-Stars as the Blues swarm to him again.
And that time it was Apley. I mean, he's lined up at nose guard, and he just absolutely destroyed the center on that play. Got him up on his heels and just blew the whole play back, and he was able to make the play on the running back.
3rd down and 9. Rolling out, Sparks. Sparks cuts back to his left. Sparks looking deep. He's in trouble. Sparks gets rid of it before he is just hammered. As Sparks cut back to his left, and he met the defensive player.
They're going to discuss maybe intentional grounding here.
Was he out of the what you would call the pocket? He was not.
I don't think that's in a high school rule. I don't think the high school game has that tackle pocket, does it?
I think it does. So they will put it at the 4-yard line. So the punting unit comes in for the Red, kicking against a very stiff wind. And the kick goes up. Wind knocks it down. It bounces at the Red 30, takes a Blue bounce, now comes back, and it will be down right about the 30-yard line of Red.
Almost a 30-yard punt is pretty good execution against a pretty strong wind.
1st down and 10, Blue. Ball at the Red 30-yard line. They lead by 2. No score at all here in this 3rd quarter yet. As Blue comes out and running the offense this time around. And faking the handoff, running with it is going to be Cayman Evans. Evans is now in at quarterback. So we talked about Lynx probably taking all the snaps from this point forward, but Cayman Evans is in running the offense currently. Cayman still in, 6'2", 200 pounds. Evans has one back to his right side. Real tight formation, heavy formation. Evans going to run it himself. Evans turns it upfield, spins, gets hit hard, back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So Cayman Evans taking the snaps. He's taking the last 2.
The three-man fronts for both these teams have played an exceptional game. Hence the score being fairly low for a Class C game, for an 8-man game.
Evans goes out. Lynx comes in. Lynx tried to hand it off. Ball goes to the ground. It looked like Red was on it initially, but I think Lynx got it back.
There's a flag on the play.
Boy, they are lucky to have that football. That came out, and it really looked like Red had it. And you know better than most just how many times that ball changes hands when it's on the turf. So this is going to be 4th down. I was with you. I thought there was a flag down. Maybe they were using it as where this ball came out.
Oh, yeah, it could have been.
4th and 3. Split backs, 1 receiver each way for Lynx. And now we have flags aplenty, and they'll blow it dead. So Blue got started early. Wow, what was 4th and 3 now going to come back to 4th and 8. That certainly changes the playbook a little bit.
Yeah, Lynx Jr.'s back in there, quarterback. Yeah. Lynx Jr. has gone to Cayman Evans as often as he can.
And the center snapped it early on 4th down and 8. A big busted play, and the Red will get the football. Well, the snap count was wrong, and the only one who was on that count was the center. He snapped it, and the Red came charging through the offensive front.
Center and then the nose tackle right over him.
Yeah.
William McPherson, the Thompson Falls Blue Hawks, 6', 220-pounder in there all over the play.
Well, you don't see that often, and that one on a 4th down play that could be a big swing here for the Red offense. 3:03 left to play in the 3rd quarter. One back. Rolling out to the right side, airing it up, pass complete across the 35-40, head down to the 45-yard line.
That's what I was expecting to see a little more in this game. Haven't seen a ton of it, just the zone pass,
Yep.
Kind of bootleg, whatever you want to call it, depending on the action, whether it's counter sweep action, we used to call that waggle, but the play action pass, bootleg, flooding the zone, getting a guy at 1st and 2nd level. I thought I'd see more of that, and the Red team ran it to perfection that snap.
Lucas Anderson out of Thompson Falls with a catch. 1st down and 10. Sun setting here in the mining city. 2 receivers right, 1 back at home. 1st down and 10 at the 49-yard line of Blue. Handoff faked. And Tandy keeps it himself. He has a lane. Good cutback across the 40, down near the 39, very close to first down yardage. He'll pick up 9 on a first down run.
It's outside zone. He pulled the ball out of his back and just followed him up the hole. Made a couple nice cuts. Now you got kind of a waste down, second and less than 1.
Second down and 1. 1 back, 2 receivers. Tandy out of the shotgun. Tandy going to roll the pocket. They had an option look, and he'll just dive forward to the 36. That's a gain of 5 and first down yardage.
Yeah, just a little, you get the slow plate again, just a little quick pump fake. Got what he needed to move the sticks and start a new series.
1 minute, 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. No score and no timeouts taken here in this quarter.
Are we sure?
1 back, 2 receivers right. Tandy, ball in the center of the field. First down at 10. Hand off to the tailback. He'll cut back across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. That looked like Librand out of Scobie with the carry.
Yeah, Librand, 6 foot, 190, good size back. We haven't called his name, I don't think, on a ball carry yet, but pretty good load there, just off the left side. But, yeah, the red team execution has been pretty good. They've just been riddled with turnovers here in the second half.
Just over a minute left to play here in the third. 2 receivers left, 1 back at home. Out of the shotgun again, Jace Tandy. His tailback is with him, and Tandy going to keep it himself. Tandy busts left, cuts back at the 30, and he'll go down to the 27. He has great vision while running the football and really good, quick footwork as well.
Yeah, he runs really, really well with the football. But it's clear on this blue defense. It's clear when Wyatt Anderson isn't in the game in that deep front.
Third down and 2. 1 receiver, far right side, under center, and 1 back at home. Blue creeping up, hand off to the tailback, trying to find some room. There's no real estate there, and Blue will drive him back. They needed 2, and he might have got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And that's probably going to do it for the third quarter as we come down to 1 second, and we are in the books. 22-20 our score. The Blue All-Stars by 2. No score at all in the third quarter here at the 37th annual Bob Cleverley 8-Man All-Star Classic. The first snap on 4th down and 1. They'll push the dog pile ahead across the 25, and that will move the chains. That's a big one for the red team, as this has been a long drive, and they certainly could use some points.
Want to grind it out and make sure you end this drive with some points.
Chase Tandy, 1 back, 2 receivers right. Ball on the left hash mark. Blue creeping up as though they might show blitz. Tandy going to roll the pocket right. He has 2 guys out. Pump fake once, double move into the end zone. Has a man off his fingertips, incomplete. Garrett George was at the back of the end zone, and that one falls incomplete. Second down and 10, red.
Wynn got a hold of that ball and blew it a little behind George. He had to make a tough adjustment in the end zone up to his backhand, just unable to reel it in. The Wynn kind of grabbed that football and made it sail a little bit on Tandy.
Second down and 10 as Red breaks the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. 2-point lead here for the Blue All-Stars. Thanks for joining us here on KBOW Butte. 1 back, 2 receivers right. Out of the shotgun, Tandy. He'll put his tail back up. That's Librand up there. They'll block, pass downfield complete inside the 20, 15 out of bounds at the 13-yard line. That's Luke Sanderson.
Good execution. Good route by Anderson. Just drove off, got his defender to open up his hips and just ran a little stop route. Tandy just on the rollout. Good quick release. Kept that ball low out of the wind. Just a nice strike. Picked up an easy first down there.
First down and 10, red as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left. Andy out of the shotgun once again. He'll release his tailback again. He'll roll the pocket to his left. Pressure coming. Pass complete. And that time it hit Anderson in the hands of the number and fell incomplete. And he was looking to make his move before he had the football.
He was looking for the cutback to the middle of the field. He saw nothing but green grass ahead of him. Make the catch. And blue team brought heat that time. They brought pressure off the outside. They brought 4 or 5. I think 4 rushers. But that time, a little dog blitz out of Tony Daly.
Second down and 10 here for the Red All-Stars. The empty backfield for Tandy. 2 receivers each way. 3-step drop, has time. Tandy stops, rifles it through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Red All-Stars. What a well-thrown football and a great catch, and the Red grabbed the lead back.
Garrett George got good position on the post. He got the defender on his back, but Tandy stood in there and just delivered a strike. Nice low bullet only George could make the play on. He made a great catch in the end zone.
Two receivers wide right, tight end left. Andy rolling right. He had a man. Now he'll throw it back to his left. Pass complete inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown as he lobbed it back to Peyton Liebrand. And he'll get across for 2 and a 6-point lead here for the Red All-Stars.
Good execution. They had 3 receivers to the rollout side, showing, action that way. And they snuck Liebrand out to the left side, a little back screen to the left, and literally nobody at home.
So Red will grab their first lead here of the second half. And again, that's the first points of the entire second half. Feels like the wind has shifted a little bit more out of the west than the north here. So it's coming from the right to the left of the kicker here as he puts it on the tee. It's staying on the tee currently, so that's a bonus. Kickoff, end over end. Return will start at the 12. It hits the return man, goes to the ground, and it will be covered at the 18-yard line. So the Blue offense will come back out at their 18-yard line.
When receivers are trying to catch footballs or when they're throwing against the wind, they'll reach out and almost mistime their catch. The wind can really affect that.
Links out of the shotgun, hand off to the tailback. Has a seam. He's across the 20 out to the 24-yard line. Nice quick dive that time straight ahead. A gain of 4 for the Blue All-Stars. They trail by 6.
We've seen Van Houten catch a few balls, but now they had him in at back, getting a carry here.
Second down and 5. One back, tight end on each side with a receiver on the right. Hand off to the tailback again. He's across the 25, tried to cut back, and he'll be just corralled and brought down. They'll give him a yard, maybe 2 on forward progress. Van Houten out of Sheridan again with a carry.
Yeah, and Medish up there to meet him. Made good contact, kept his hips low, drove him to the ground.
Fourth quarter action here from Bob Greenfield. The sun officially setting. So now we can actually see something here. Out of the shotgun Lynx. Again, basically the only quarterback we have seen here for a while for the Blue All-Stars. Comeback route, pass complete across the 35-40, out to the 43-yard line. First down yardage here for the Blue All-Stars. Is that Swanson?
Yeah, Ian Swanson. Okay. Good catch and run. Real nice throw that time, Lynx Jr. Stood up, stood tall, delivered a strike. That direction is dead against the wind.
First down and 10, Blue. Ian Swanson with the reception. Gives him a fresh set of downs. Lynx going to roll to his right. Puts on the brakes. Airs it up downfield. Has a man, and that one going to fall incomplete. Overthrown as he was looking for Garrett Zimdars downfield. That'll bring up second and 10 here for the Blue All-Stars.
I like throwing the deep ball. I think I've mentioned this to you before, against the wind. Rather than with the wind.
Yeah.
I always thought it seemed to work out better against, not a hurricane, but against a decently strong wind.
Second and 10, that one overthrown, looking for Smirker. Falls incomplete, brings up third down and 10 here for the Blue All-Stars. See if they can answer here. Third down and 10, ball at their 43-yard line. One receiver each way. Lynx Jr. out of the shotgun, moves his tail back to the left. Red showing blitz. They'll bring pressure from 3. Lynx going to keep it himself. He's across the 45 out near midfield. They'll be about 2 yards, maybe 3 yards shy of the first down marker. Bring up fourth down here for the Blue All-Stars.
Yeah, and that call there would tell me, if they're getting positive yards, they're probably going to go for it here on fourth down.
Yeah, period.
Let's see if they don't take one of their 5 timeouts and talk it over.
Blue huddles up close to the line of scrimmage. They come up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here.
Lynx Jr., one back, one receiver each way. Pressure coming. Lynx going to run it himself. He's going to try and turn the corner. First down yardage for Lynx, and he'll get an extra 1. He needed 2, and he gets nearly 4. Boy, good pressure, footwork pressure that time, as pushing him out was Cody Burke.
Yeah, and Ethan Park getting up there and putting a pretty good stick on him. But, yeah, credit Lynx Jr. He's seen a lot of snaps, taken a lot of hits, and he put his helmet down and went and got that first down.
First down and 10, Blue. They trail by 6. Ball at the red 45-yard line. One receiver each way. Out of the shotgun, Lynx has time. Airs it up quickly left. Pass complete. Little button hook on the edge, and driven out of bounds at the 38-yard line is with the catch is Ian Swanson.
Pretty nice stiff arm by Swanson there. Got a straight left into the chest of Ethan Park that time. Put him down.
I'll give him 5 on the reception. They'll move it up another yard. So 6. Second and 4. Blue All-Stars with the football. One receiver each way out of the shotgun Lynx. He has split backs with him. Red will rush 3. Lynx has time. Looking left. Going to air it up downfield. Has a man. That one almost caught in a late flight coming in.
Thought there was a little contact there that caused
Ian Swanson
to go to the ground. He still almost made a real circus catch down there, but that was a real well-thrown ball that time, Leaks Jr. He finally dialed that in. He's had a lot of overthrows, but dialed that one in perfectly.
With the penalty, the ball will come inside the 30, and they'll spot it at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue at the 24. We have seen some costly penalties on both programs so far here in the ball game.
Been some huge penalties in this game.
1st down and 10. Empty backfield this time for Lynx. 2 receivers each way. Blitz coming. Lynx forced out. He'll throw it to the sideline, incomplete. Good read by Lynx, and he just got rid of it.
He goes empty. And I don't know if that might be a play, a call, kind of on the go.
2nd down and 10. Lynx bobbled it. He'll get just hammered back at the 30-yard line. Again, Red had 2 guys, if not 3, back there.
Tucker Foster getting in there and putting a real hard shit on Lynx. Shot.
So 3rd down and 15 here for the Blue All-Stars.
Play brings up 3rd and 15.
That's a big-time play. Nice splash on him. So 3rd and 15. 2 receivers each way, 1 back. Blitz coming. Lynx going to roll out of the pocket to his right. Lynx airs it up downfield, overthrown, incomplete. So 4th down, the Red really, we have a flag down. I did not see the flag come out. So it goes against Blue. And it is declined. So 4th down and 15 here for the Blue All-Stars. 8:10 left to play here in this contest.
Just execute something you worked on for a 15 or 20-yard gain all week. He's got trips here. I would look for maybe some seam running here.
4th and 15. Lynx rolling to his right. Pressure coming. Lynx airs it up. Backfield picked off at the 25. Medish at the 45-50. Medish going to take it to the house. Medish at the 25. Running out of gas. Medish taken down at the 15. Boy, Medish almost had a replay of his pick 6 in the state championship game. He hauls it down to the 15-yard line. And the Red All-Stars will get the football back.
Well, I saw one of the guys that ran him down. Did you see who the other one was?
They were both large.
It was Wyatt Anderson.
Okay.
Wow. Nice speed and a great job of not giving up on that play. It looked like Madish is taking it to the house. 2 fourth down interceptions, real costly. Both really flipped the field position.
1st down and 10, Red. Quarterback going to keep it, trying to find some footwork. Nice job finding a lane that time for Brian Mask. And Mask is just inside the 10, a gain of 5. Great footwork by that young man. And he'll stay at quarterback. 2 receivers left. He'll line up 1 tailback behind him, the pistol, 1 receiver right. 2nd and 5 from the Blue 10-yard line. Red trying to extend their lead here. And Brian Mask going to bark out, change the play here. Mask awaiting the snap. Gets it. 3-step drop, looking right. Airs it up, floats it to the back of the end zone. That one's going to fall incomplete. Had one-on-one on that far side, just floated it to the back pylon. And that one will bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Red All-Stars.
Well, Anderson got gassed on that, chasing that interception down. I thought maybe he might be due in. He wasn't in defensively in the last series. He's kind of been alternating series, but he might still be too tired to be playing any D front.
3rd down and 5 here for the Red All-Stars. Blue trying to make a stand. Handoff going to go to the tailback, busting it right, cuts it inside the 10, down to the 5. Touchdown, Red. With the carry is Lane Spadell. That's a big-time run by Spadell, the young man out of Mission. Boy, he turned that corner and just headed south.
And he was mad at about the 3-yard line, but between his push and a couple teammates getting on his back, just shoved the ball across the goal line.
And the Red up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers right, 1 left. As Brian Mask out of the shotgun, looking to add 2. Mask sets his right foot forward, gets the football, looks left the whole way, continues to look that way, and it's going to be overthrown incomplete. Looking for Parker Cromwell the whole way. So with 6:46 left to play in the ball game, the Red goes up by 12, 34-22 over the Blue All-Stars. Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. Bob Greenfield. Red will boot it out of the back of the end zone once again. So the Blue All-Stars will take over. And right now they trail by 12. They haven't scored in this second half of play. So Blue All-Stars back out. And we'll see what they bring out here. One back, three receivers, ball at the 20-yard line. Left to right on your radio dial. Step up, and that one going to be overthrown. Lynx looking to his left side. It looked like a busted play. It looked like the receiver kind of came back on like a button hook, and he was looking more for the sideline slant, possibly.
There's been a few snaps where Lynx Jr. at quarterback just gets in a little too much of a hurry, and the ball sails on him. Just looks like he's trying to get rid of it maybe just a little too quick.
2nd and 10. Lynx hands it off to his tailback. He'll cut back to the right side, still on his feet, out to the 24-yard line. Nice form tackle and a big-time hit.
Pardee again.
Johnstone with the carry. Pardee makes the stick, and then the first there to help him up. 3rd down and 5 here for the Blue All-Stars. 6 minutes remaining here in the football game. Blue trailing by 12. They need points here. Snap low. He's able to dig it out. In trouble. Steps up in the pocket. Now going to be drugged down by a hand. It looked like he was going to escape up the center of the pocket. And one big white-fisted hand came flying through and drug him down.
That's the other Pardee. That's Jared Pardee. That's got a couple big sacks in this game.
That's a strong play. Now they'll change out the personnel, and the punting unit will come in for the Blue. So the punting unit is in. 5:25 left to play here in this football game. A 12-point lead for the Red All-Stars, and the Blue punting unit is in. Red will put a guy back on 4th down and 12. Long snap count. Snap is a good one, and the punt is away. Up into the air. The wind knocks it down, and it will be fielded at the 46-yard line.
You need a 3-and-out. Just get the ball back in any way, shape, or form, even if you have to field a punt or fair catch a punt inside your 10-yard line. We got Anderson back in at the end. This has been their most solid defensive front trio here.
One back, one receiver, and straight ahead with the carry across the 45 down to the 43 is Roman Sparks. And Sparks, I'll give him a nice spot. He'll pick up 3, nearly 4 on the carry. Clock running, 4:20 left to play here in the ball game. Red by 12. One receiver right, one back at home. Up under center. Handoff. Medish dives across the 40 to the 39. My goodness, he hit that hole exceedingly fast.
Well, it's smart football. You know, if you can hit that, quick inside give or trap or whatever they're running, it doesn't give the two defensive ends, the stellar defensive ends, both Anderson and Lind, a chance to get down the line of scrimmage and make the play at the line of scrimmage. They almost have to peel back and work a little backwards.
3:29 left to play here in this ball game. Red offense up to the line of scrimmage. One receiver each way, one back at home. Ball just inside the 40-yard line of Blue. Out of the shotgun, Sparks. He's going to roll the pocket right. He's in trouble. Sparks gets rid of it. Blue picks it up, and they finally do get a whistle and whistle it dead. But that has to be, as far as intentional grounding call. We'll see what we get here, and that it will be the case. I mean, there is no way that was not going to be the case. Roman Sparks was in trouble. He was dropping back, trying to find somewhere to go as there was heavy pressure from Blue. So the intentional grounding will be lost at down and the yardage. Defensively, these teams have really been sound. We've had one big play, and that was it. I mean, we had one big strike for a big pass play, but otherwise, it has been decided in the trenches. 4th down and long. Punting unit is in here for the Red. You mentioned Blue will have a chance at some points here, but the wind is at the back of the punter, and he booms it. High, the wind pushes it right. It's bobbled out of bounds at the 12-yard line. So the Blue will start at their 12-yard line. 2:50 left to play here. Blue will come up offensively. They need some points quickly. 2:45 left to play here in this football game. Clock is running. Looking back, pass goes out to the right side, complete across the 15, out to the 18-yard line.
That's Correa.
That's another one. The clock should have stopped. I mean, it went out of bounds on the punt, and the clock kept running. So out of the shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Looking left, pass goes that way. Complete running room across the 35-40, sprinting and off to the races. This is to the house for the Blue. What a run after the catch into the end zone. 6-point Blue.
That's our guy, Hayden Deacons, again with another huge catch and run for a touchdown.
My goodness, this young man has had 2 monster catches, and the speed afterwards has been just insane.
Is he the state 100 winner?
From up here, it looks that way. 209. I honestly don't know off the top of my head.
I remember seeing his name.
Okay.
But, I don't know.
2:09 left to play here in this ball game. Blue gets 6. They'll look to add 2. Pass left side, no good. So it's still a 1-possession ball game, an 8-point lead for the Red All-Stars. 34-28. The Blue All-Stars get their first score since the second quarter. So here come the Blue out. They will kick off to the Red. As the Bob Cleverley 8-man All-Star Classic. As they come up to the line to kick it off here. Coach Green. Well, the coaches from the
Mike
Blue...
White's looking over at him saying, doesn't he know I'm trying to coach a football game?
I was just going to have you put words in Mike's face here. So approaching the kick, and the kick is short and fielded at the 37-yard line. So the Red will have the football at their 37-yard line. 2:06 left to play. Both teams with 2 timeouts on the board anyway. And the Red offense will come out. Blue defense steps up, and they need a big stop here. They were able to on their last defensive stand. We'll see what the Red brings out offensively. An outstanding football game here in the Clev. We have seen a few turnovers, some big penalties. 2 receivers left, 1 back at home here for the Red All-Stars. Looks like Tandy in a quarterback. And now the back judge going to give us a whistle. I don't know what we're getting from the official here. They're trying to get some time on the clock, it looks like. Or trying to change the time on the clock anyway. And it looks as though we get a whistle and we're a go. First down at 10, hand off to the tailback. Straight ahead, going nowhere. That's a big-time stop. Lebron got the carry, and he is shut down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, clock running.
So a little change of direction here might go a long way for that Red offense.
Clock running, 90 seconds remaining in this football game. 2nd down and 9. Blue trailing by 8.
And Cutler will do it, too. You know, he'll push the envelope.
Out of the shotgun, handoff to the tailback. Nice hit on the edge and a great tackle as Lebrand got the carry again. And he was grappled on the far side. That was a nice job.
Van Houten again.
There you go. I'm not sure what we've got going on here.
Could be doing their offensive defensive MVP voting. Speaking of, do we get the ballots this year?
I haven't seen a ballot. 1:15 left to play in the ball game. Out of the shotgun, Tandy. 1 back, 2 receivers right. Hard snap count almost got him across. Tandy rolling the pocket to his right. Airs it up downfield. Caught at midfield. What a catch downfield by Lucas Anderson. That's a big-time catch by the young man out of Thompson Falls. 5'9", $165, and he used all of that 5'9" to get on that one.
Good catch. Good execution by Tandy. Rolling, forcing the corner, getting the ball thrown. A little boot action.
First down and 10, Red. That's a monster. Blue has 1 timeout remaining. And what a catch that time by Lucas Anderson. Red came through with a couple of big scores here in this 4th quarter. And they lead by 8 as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Receiver far left. Tight end left. Handoff. Boy, nothing there. And there is... helmet gets ripped off there.
River Hansen was at nose tackle. He was right there. He blew the center up, blew the play up.
Well, these guys do not want this to be their final game of the year. 35 seconds left to play here in the ball game. Victory formation here. Tandy will step back, take a knee. Clock will run. 30 seconds remaining here in this football game. The Red All-Stars leading 34-28. and they will still have to snap it one more time, but it really won't matter here. Some red guys were walking out now. Yep, now they will come out, and it looks like this one will go into the record books as the red All-Stars will take down the blue All-Stars. 34-28, our final score, as the red will get the win. They were down the bulk of the second and third quarter, and they were able to come out and get a couple of big scores in the fourth quarter and get the win here. And again, remember, blue was held out of the end zone with 0 on the clock, and they had the football at like the 1-inch line to end the first half. There were some points they left hanging out there to end this football game. So again, our final 34-28, red over the blue All-Stars.